all about chocolate. Introduction. Ask people about their favorite sweet thing to eat, and they will probably say it's chocolate. People around the world love chocolate. They love it so much that every year they eat more chocolate than any other sweet. Where chocolate comes from, it may surprise you to learn that chocolate actually grows on trees. That doesn't mean that you can pick a chunk of chocolate from the tree branch and eat it. In fact, the chocolate growing on trees looks, tastes, and smells nothing like the chocolate you eat. The trees, the tree that gives us chocolate is the cacao tree. Chocolate comes from beans that are found in large pods on the tree. Cacao trees grow near the equator where it is hot and wet. Today, most cacao trees are grown on farms called plantations. The trees have lots of small white or yellow flowers that bloom during the year. Some of the flowers turn into pods, but most do not. The pods are shaped like little footballs, and pods are green when they first form, but they change to a golden or reddish color as they get ripe. Preparing the beans. Taking the pods from the cacao trees is the first step in making chocolate, but it's not the pods that are important. It's the 20 to 15, 50 beans found inside the pods, which are actually the tree seeds. It takes a lot of beans and a lot of work to make chocolate. First, the pods are gathered, then someone using a large blade called a massey cuts the pod open. The beans are then scooped out of the open pod. The beans are not brown as you might accept. Instead, they are cream color and covered with a soft pulp. These beans are a long way from being the chocolate you know. The pulp-covered beans are put into pies or boxes and covered. As the beans come in contact with the air, they begin to turn from a cream color to a purple color. The beans also turn on the inside in the process called fermentation. Fermentation can take more than a week, but the ferment beans still do not taste or smell like chocolate. After the beans have fermented, they are dried. As they dry, the beans are turned. Once the beans are dry, they are placed in large cloth bags and shipped to make of chocolate. From beans to chocolate. Making chocolate from the fermented dried beans is a long and complicated process. First, the beans need to be cleaned, which remove anything remaining puff or piece of the pods. Then chocolate makers blend different varieties of beans to make sure that chocolate has just the right flour. The clean and blend beans are roasted in order to bring out the chocolate flavor. This is the state when the beans begin to smell like chocolate. As the beans are roasted, then thin cells that cover them grows brittle. The beans pass through a special machine that cracks their shells and blows away the piece of shell with flames. After the cells are removed, only the meaty part of the bean called the nib remains. The nibs are grown up and crushed until they become a liquid. The liquid is poured into molds where it's cooled into bars of bitter unsweet chocolate. The bars are then pressed until the most important part of the chocolate and yellow liquid called cocoa butter is removed. The cocoa butter drains through the screen and is collected to make the chocolate we eat. After the liquid cocoa butter is removed, the solid part of the bar is ground into the powder. Cocoa powder is sent to dairies and bakeries to flavor baked goods and dairy products. The chocolate we eat is made in the final step called conching. Conching Conching takes place in machine with big rollers. Sugar, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and other ingredients are rolled and mixed until smooth. And smooth mixture is poured into mousse and cooled. After it has cooled and solidified, the chocolate is removed from the mold and wrapped in package for shipping. History of chocolate. As near as historians can tell, people living in Mexico and Central America were using chocolate almost 2,000 years ago. These people enjoyed a drink made from chocolate, but if you were to try this drink today, you'd find it that it tastes much different from the chocolate drinks you enjoyed. In fact, it was a very bitter tasting drink, kind of like coffee. Christopher Christopher Columbus brought some cacao beans back from the New World to show to the king and queen of Spain. The Europeans did not know what to do with the beans, so they mostly ignored them. They were more interested in fish and other things Columbus brought back. A Spanish explorer by the name of Hernan Cortes helped Europeans begin to see that there was value in cacao beans. The great ruler Montezuma had served Cortes a drink made from cacao beans. The told Cortes that it was the drink of the gods. They believed that cacao beans gave them added wisdom and strength. They placed so much value on cacao beans that they use the beans as a form of money cause is so much more value in the beans until the 1600s and say 1700s. Chocolate was a luxury food for royalty and powerful drug officials, but during the 1600s, people began grinding large amounts of cacao beans in mills, producing much more chocolate and lowering the cost. The invention of smooth milk chocolate also increased the treat popularity. The first chocolate shop in London, England, and opened in 1657. In 1700s, a steam-driven chocolate grinder was invented, allowing factories to quickly make tons of affordable chocolate. Today, chocolate is a favorite and affordable treat in many countries. Chocolate today, most of the chocolate made in factory today is used to make chocolate candy. All the chocolate goes into ice cream, chocolate drinks, and baked goods such as cakes and donuts. Even a sauce called mousse used in Mexican cooking is made from chocolate. Each year, people around the world consume or eat tons of chocolate. The people of Switzerland consume more chocolate per person than anyone else in the world. They are the enjoy joined in their love of chocolate by people in many other European countries. The table below shows chocolate consumption in the top 10 chocolate consuming countries. Conclusion: it took a long time for chocolate to become popular outside the region of Central and South America, where cacao trees come from. Over the years, people add things such as sugar and milk to the long and complicated process of making chocolate from cacao beans. Today, people around the world eat millions of kilograms of chocolate, making it the world's most popular sweet.